And the Red Fort continues. We're looking for the entrance. We enter the Red Fort, not surrounded by history, but surrounded by souvenir shops. Interesting to note that the Red Fort complex is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. On this dusky, dark evening, we are headed to New Delhi railway station. So is that a pretty interesting day, Barb? After the tough times we had yesterday getting... It's a miracle. Is that what you just sung? It's a miracle we're here in Delhi, eh?
Sure is.
All right, on that note. Tell me.
Oh, look at the seconds. 97.
Oh,
96.
there's a traffic light. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And
So
it tells you how much time.
And
you
the same with the front and red light and see.
Oh well, there's no problem at all.
And that area you take in the right side here, so also you. Now this time is not so much traffic. You take in the after 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
After 6 is
o'clock.
worse.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's traffic time. Office is closing time.
At 6 they close?
Yes,
Oh.
government office is closing time.
Now, what time do people start working in office here?
In morning 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. And do they have a lunchtime break?
Yeah, lunch time also.
2 hours?
One hour.
But they work till 6.
It's a long day. That's a very long day.
Do people generally have 2 days for a weekend or 1 day?
Well, depending on your job, the government job here, the central government is 2 days, like in the Saturday and Sunday is holiday.
Yes.
And Monday you start to work, and private job, and also here that some company, very good companies like outside of country of India. The Saturday Sunday also holiday. That's only for 1 day is
What's up? We're moving.
Yeah. Oh, we're turning. Oh boy. Oh boy. And this looks like when we came out last night.
Our first approach to one of the major monuments in New Delhi, the so-called Red Fort. It's huge. Our Red Fort.
The fort of 7th city of Delhi, Shahjahanabad, was constructed by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan from 1628 to 1658, so it took 30 years to build.
Yeah, and this is the first instance we have of a huge part of Indian history, the so-called Mughal Empire. The Mughal emperors and kings were very, very much in evidence in the history of this country, including the Taj Mahal. And the Red Fort continues. Remarkable at the Red Fort is this picturesque ticket with various vistas. And we paid 250 rupees for that. How much is that, Barb?
Under $5.
Under $5. So, entrance. Security is extremely tight everywhere in India. Subway, everywhere you go, you get these pat-downs and security checks. Here's another plaque about the fort. So the Red Fort, Barb?
Shah Jahan, the Mughal Emperor, shifted his capital from Agra to Delhi in AD 1638 and established Shahjahanabad, the seventh city of Delhi. Commenced
Okay.
the construction of the citadel, Lal Killa, or the Red Fort, on 12th of May, 1639. It took 9 years and 3 months to complete it, under the supervision of master builders Hamid and Ahmed. Originally it was known as Qila-e-Mubarak. The fort is built using red sandstone and is octagonal on plan, with the rampart surrounded by a moat originally connected with river Yamuna.
Okay, let's stop there. Good. Here's a diagram of the entire fort with a scale here of 200 meters. We enter the Red Fort, not surrounded by history, but surrounded by souvenir shops. Not what I expected to find here. Just in terms of the inside, I see these arches continue a long way down. That's where we're headed. We enter the Red Fort, not surrounded by history, but surrounded by souvenir shops. Not what I expected to find here. Just in terms of the inside, I see these arches continue a long way continue a long way down. That's where we're headed. We came from here and are headed for there. Smile, Barb. You're on Lobo camera. So far it's been somewhat underwhelming. I'm not quite sure what I expected. Interesting to note that the Red Fort complex is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That is a concept which I encountered most frequently in Kyoto, Japan, which has 17 World Heritage UNESCO sites. 17 in one city. Near the gardens, some relics of the past. Come to think of it, this entire place is a relic of the past. Things are rather dry at this time of the year. This is not the rainy season, and that's why most people come to India at this time of year. Temperatures are relatively low. During the summer, Barbara keeps reminding me, the temperatures go as high as 48. That would be unbearable. Reminds me a bit of our visit to Bangkok at this time of year, which was quite hot. This is quite pleasant here. Temperatures are in the 70s or 80s or maybe 18 degrees centigrade. Quite nice. Go.
I guess this is about as much color as you're going to get at this time of year.
Are you talking about your jacket?
No, the flowers.
Where? Flowers where? I don't see any.
Down here.
Oh, right there. There's a flower. All right, there's one. There's another. That's the flora of India at this time of year. And what did you think of the Red Fort?
It was pretty impressive.
You found it impressive?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought I was looking for the sizzle in the steak, and I didn't find any. I found it was rather average. But I guess what's important here is the historical aspect. If you look at Indian history, the most important part is the Mughal Empire, and that comes up over and over again. And this is an example of the Mughal Empire's contribution to India. And just look around this way one more time. That's where we're headed out. Where are we off to now?
Oh, I don't know yet. Back to our driver.
Back to our driver. By the way, we're doing this courtesy of a driver, and the rest of our trip in India is all done by car and driver and flying and train, right?
Flying.
So we're getting the full 9 yards. interesting day, Barb. After the tough times we had yesterday getting here to New Delhi with the flight being
Delayed 12 hours.
delayed 12 hours.
With a detour to Mumbai.
And then fighting our way from the airport to our hotel
In rush hour.
in rush hour being
In the dark.
our worst nightmare in the metro.
And not knowing where we're going. The street was not on the map.
Thanks to your keen observations, we made it to the hotel. It's a miracle. Is that what you just sung? It's a miracle we're here in Delhi, eh?
Sure is.
All right, on that note, let's have a coffee. This is our coffee time here. And that's the late afternoon coffee and snack. It's now 4 to 7, but we do eat late. On this dusky, dark evening, we are headed to New Delhi railway station. What time is it, Barb?
About 10 past 8.
10 past 8.
Yep.
Just surrounded by activity and buzz. And I understand there are a few people there. We'll go check it out. Oh, is that English coming up? Yeah. A view onto a platform